Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this video I paint Angron's base and then he's almost finished. Woohoo! So after priming the base Chaos Black and then giving it a overspray of Grey Sea contrast spray, I then start shading, base coating all of the rock areas with GW's Ballastilicanum Grey contrast paint. I think that's how it's pronounced. They have silly names. But basically what you want to do is just get the contrast paint. You don't need to thin it, and you just want to go across all of the rock areas. Once you have done this, just leave it to dry or use a hairdryer. If you do leave it to dry, it's probably going to take about 20 minutes to half an hour. So once it's dry, you should get a little bit like this. You can sort of see where I've gone over a few more times in certain areas. And now what I'm doing is dry brushing all of the rock areas with Mechanicus Standard Grey. This is just an old size 4 brush that's kind of lost its point. That I just use as a nice soft dry brush. If you do have other dry brushes, just use them. If you are enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel, like the video and drop a comment, and make sure that you ring that bell so you don't miss out on any future content. The channel is blowing up so much right now and it's just so cool to see, so thank you for all the support. So I wanted like a sort of two-tone undertone to the underside of the rocks. So I've got some Caliban green and I'm just stippling it into the bottom part of the rocked areas closer to the dirt and the bottom of the base. This is to kind of sort of give the base that look that it's sort of got damp and there's moss and things like that growing on the underside of it. Just work around in a stippling motion into everywhere where you think you would want this to be. Next I used Castellan Green by Games Workshop and dry brushed it over the Caliban Green and onto the grey to sort of create that more natural toned green mossy effect, as well as going into the grey to sort of blend it in. In the next step we're going to be blending both of these colours into each other. Now with Elysian Green paint from Games Workshop, I dry brush over the sort of more upper areas of the greened areas. This is to sort of just highlight that sort of mossed area that we've done in the previous steps. If you really wanted to tie this in even more, you could get a couple of washes and some sort of greeny brown washes and sort of just glaze over and wash into this area just to enhance it even more if you wanted to. Now with Mechanicus Standard Grey, I dry brush over all of the green tinted areas, and what this will do is we'll sort of tie it all back in together and blend in those green tones into the grey. Now with Citadel's Grey Seer, I dry brush over the whole rock base. This is to basically highlight the rocks now. Try to keep this as light as you can. You don't want to go too heavy because you don't want it to get like really streaky, and do make sure that your brush is really sort of taking the excess paint off, otherwise you'll get like really stark white areas, and that's not what you want. Now I take some wormwood contrast paint and start base coating all of the areas that are going to be mud. So you can see on the top where I've already done some. I forgot to hit record and then quickly realized. So you can see me sort of just covering all of these areas. This should take about 20 minutes or so to dry. It's not that thick. But once it's dry, what we're going to start doing now is dry brushing all of the mud areas with Mournfang Brown by Citadel. Next we use Scrag Brown by Citadel and dry brush over all of the mud areas. And now for the final highlight, using Karnak Stone. Again, we just lightly dry brush over all of the mud areas. And once this is done, all that's left to do is to paint all the other little details and then add your static grass or tufts or whatever you wish to use. For the skulls, I basically just contrasted them with Skeleton Horde and then just dry brushed them with Screaming Skull and white. And for the little blue helmet, I did a quick little Ultramarines helmet. And here's the base done, all finished. And what I've done is also I've painted the rim with Steel Legion Drab, and it's finished already. The pins are still in place, ready to put Angron onto them. I may have to touch it up once he's glued to the base, but I'll do that later. So that's the video, everybody. Brilliant, really easy, quick and easy to do. Lots of little dry brushing, and then just doing your little detail work with contrast paint for the skulls and stuff like that. So hope you liked it, hope you've enjoyed it. Angron is almost finished. Still waiting for a couple of bits and pieces to come so I can do the gore effect for the last video, which is basically the 1mm glass micro beads. Once those arrive, I'll be able to get Angron finished and then make the video for the gore splatter and everything else, which is going to be super cool. So I hope you've enjoyed the process. I've really enjoyed painting him. He's been amazing, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the content. The channel is doing amazing. So please subscribe to the channel, like this video and drop a comment if you like, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future content, because there is a lot coming. So thanks very much. So long. Goodbye.